I'm Brian. Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. And for the Mavericks, they've got Najee Marshall, Thompson out there with Kyrie Irving. And then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Gafford in at center, filling out the middle.
Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, well, I could settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that. We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
And Irving gets it to go. Brent, these teams know each other well, and safe to say, they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And that one no good to start off the night. And it's Davis penetrating. The 3 from Thompson. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed.
Just love the flow and the mechanics of what Clay does so efficiently with that J.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Gafford with the block. And he gets it back. Williams passes to Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Clock at 4. That one's off. Still out of sync.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
And it's Irving missing. The Thunder have gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Dort, the pass to Holmgren. Back to Dort. Hartenstein with a screen on Irving. Dort for 3. And another miss by Oklahoma City.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Pass to Irving. Thompson with a screen. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
The 3 from Thompson. Williams grabs the board. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Jason Kidd and I were able to chat. We were talking about Chet Holmgren, the versatility of both ends. And Coach pointed out one thing in particular, saying that Chet has the ability to create for himself. He's a tremendous ball handler for his size. He has great footwork, and he stays on balance. He knows it's going to take a team effort defensively.
Okay, thanks, Allie. Gafford up top. Pass to Marshall. And stolen by Williams. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Holmgren.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Oh, it's stolen away. Irving for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 5. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
Stolen by Thompson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, good whistle there.
Dallas shooting their first free throws of the game. That free throw good from Gafford.
2 shots.
Both free throws good from Gafford. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for OKC. 8-point game. Hartenstein with a screen on Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Gafford's got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Irving. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Again, the miss by Dallas. Thunder trail by 8. Here's Dort. He's scoreless. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Thompson defending. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game. 32 seconds left now in the first quarter. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Mavericks lead by 8. Pass to Gafford. Now here's Davis. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, no, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Both free throws good from Davis. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. It's Dort on the wing. Here's Hartenstein. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Dallas ending the quarter up. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, you have to credit their effort on the defensive end. It set the tone for this contest.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
Najee Marshall is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Thompson. And it's Irving in at the point. So that's who Dallas starts the second with. And up the court come the Thunder on the break. The shot by Dort, no good.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
And you can't leave the basket unprotected. Bad things will happen to you.
Yeah, that was just way too easy.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, the Thunder have some grit. Coach Mark Dagnall said we compete, and on nights we aren't, we get back to that very quickly. The competition level and the willingness to do it together is the foundational piece. Brian?
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thank you.
Well, one of the most unique players that we've seen, Holmgren, part of this new crop of 7-footers with skill, combines rare length and great ability. And when you add his feel for the game, it could make him special.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Davis misses. Thunder trail by 12. Now Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas. On the wing, Thompson. Dort defending. Thompson's shot is off. For Oklahoma City, they've gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Screen by Holmgren. Ooh, Shea showing no fear inside.
You have a guard like Gilgeous-Alexander that fights inside. It can add some spunk to your team.
Irving for 3. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in the game is add more time to the clock.
Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Unable to get that one. The Mavericks lead by 9. Davis finds Thompson. Back to Davis. Pass to Marshall. for three. And he misses the shot again. Only 2 of 7 in this one. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Going all the way to the rack. They get it back. Here's Marshall. Thompson right side. Off the mark, and the drought continues. Thunder trail by 9. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with a screen on Thompson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's blocked by Davis.
No surprise why AD has led the league in blocks before.
Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson fires from way outside. The long distance three is buried. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
So far, they've been immensely aggressive on the defensive side, denying easy shots, and it's made a difference in the game.
I wonder if pace and playing fast is something that they're being encouraged to do, because right now they feel like the faster team.
On the wing, Irving. He's got 5. Screen by Lively. Fires from deep. And it's Irving missing.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
In that 2018 draft, you think about those names, Doncic, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, that's a lot to begin with.
And the Mavericks going with a whole new group out there. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Gafford. The Mavericks making a switch here. Powell's checked in. 23 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
And that's just Dort being Dort. I mean, the guy plays so physical and bullies his way inside.
And so he hits both. Dallas leading by 6. From downtown, Exum's shot is off. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't connect from 13 feet out. The 3 from Washington. Gets the 3 to fall. Washington's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. So we conclude the first half. Mavericks ahead, up 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. Okay, they're thinking about the shot.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Kenrich Williams is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Mitchell. Then it's Williams. And it's Wallace in at the 2. Here's Gafford. Here's Exum. Gafford controls the rebound and the putback.
Those second chance buckets are major bonus points if you can get them.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got his 6th rebound on the night. Exum outside. Lets it go from the wing. Tips it. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
That's a pure effort play. Nice tip in.
And that's a skill you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Caruso misses.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Gafford. Lays it up and banks it in. Gafford's got 6.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Caruso, the pass to Wallace. Pass to Williams. 5 to shoot. No one on him. Makes an easy one.
Two teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
And already one of the more consistent three-point shooters. Cason Wallace is lethal from outside, Brent.
Really impressive BA in his first year to shoot over 40% from three. Pretty selective in the ones he took, but still his #1 attribute is how disruptive he can be defensively at that guard position.
Hits a three-pointer.
He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
Here's Christie. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Christie's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Williams with the screen. And Mitchell launches it from deep. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Dallas leading by 13. The three from Washington. Another three for Dallas.
That's a shot he's going to bury, especially when left open.
Outside Mitchell. Driving inside. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
You got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Knocked away and stolen by Williams.
2 minutes.
Williams against Gafford. Williams' shot is good. Williams has gotten his first points in this one. The Mavericks have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the third. And Powell with the stuff.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
And here's Caruso outside. Christie with a rebound.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. And they get it back. Washington against Caruso. 6 to shoot. Here's Williams. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts of the game.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
And the big fella with the skill level, showing a soft touch at the line.
Here's Christie. The Thunder pull it in.
I don't know what happened there. That was an easy 2 points that he just threw away.
Mitchell, the pass to Williams. Wallace outside. And Gafford with the block. We've got 33 seconds left in the third. Pass to Exum. Powell outside. Back to Exum from outside the arc. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 14. Williams passes to Wallace. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Woo, hard work creating the second chance opportunity.
Exum with it. Here's Christie. And that's not going to go. And here at the end of the third, it's a double-digit ball. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And from the 2-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. They've got Kyrie Irving. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Back to Hartenstein. And Gafford with the block. Thompson passes to Irving. Here's the three. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got 6 points in the quarter. right, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Mavericks.
Well, you have to like what you've seen from them defensively. They've done well contesting shots and have managed to come away with some blocks, too.
Well, if we add another thing to it, it's about the urgency they've played with. I mean, you look at the eyes of these guys. They're focused, wanting to get up tempo, and that's helped them score on the fast break.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. Back to Irving. Puts up a three. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Holmgren. And there's the drive. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander, defended by Thompson. Strong finish by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is what Gilgeous-Alexander does. He attacks you relentlessly.
The Mavericks lead by 14. Here's Irving. Gets an open look and hits it.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Fires from 14. Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Thompson scanning the floor. 3-pointer. The Thunder pull it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 7 tonight. Here's Dort. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Kyrie Irving.
Dort has that great compact fire hydrant type of build, and he'll take that kind of contact.
From undrafted to a key rotational player, Lou Dort's story is definitely inspirational, Brent.
This guy has worked so hard to make himself into an NBA player. But I will tell you this, B.A., he's never not believed that he wasn't one. And Luguentz Dort continues to make improvements, and the guys on the team love the way he approaches it. And really, that's a perfect screen and roll play that gets AD to look where he wanted it.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Dort, the pass to Hartenstein. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
Ooh, talk about a way to deflate the team.
Yeah, he knows he shouldn't have made it, and that's just really overall a frustrating sequence that hopefully doesn't stick with him.
It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition's sails.
Davis a screen. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Williams from long range. Counted from distance. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Davis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving for 3. Again, the miss by Dallas.
You could see he wanted to get it back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Here's Dort. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Those kind of dunks get your team going, and Luguentz Dort applying the pressure.
And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
First personal foul. First team foul.
He drops the first one, and that stretches their lead to 8. Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And so he drops them both, and it's a 9-point game here. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Dort against Irving. Dort, the pass to Hartenstein. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. And Gafford picks one up.
Great job drawing the foul. And almost converted the shot as well.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
The team struggling to come back. He really wanted all of those free throws.
The 3 from Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. Off the mark there with a 3. And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. Trailing by 8. And it's in there.
Say it with me now. SGA. Hey, get it done.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Holmgren against Davis. Pass to Gafford. Irving up top. Shot clock at 6. Count it.
When Kyrie's going like this, he completely takes the game over. What a player.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. And it's good. 2 points.
Assisted by Chet Holmgren.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. I'm sure they would have preferred a blowout victory. All right, Allie, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Allie LaForce.
Hi, everyone. Greetings from... Case. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. They've got Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Gary Payton II. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. And for Dallas, they've got Anthony Davis. Thompson is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Daniel Gafford. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. The three-point shot, so important in today's NBA. And a major part of the game plan, Greg, for both of these teams.
And we can expect to see a high volume of shots from beyond the arc in this one. I'm looking for whichever squad is able to create more havoc and throw the opposing shooters off their rhythm.
Now here's Curry, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. From the arc, and that's good. Stephen Curry for 3. Curry's got 5 now.
Even a half-court shot is a good shot for Curry. That's how good of a shooter he is.
Irving kicks to Thompson. Butler against Irving. 3-pointer. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Takes the 13-footer. They kick it out to Green. Fires from deep. Rebound by Marshall. Thompson outside. Takes the 3. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. When it comes to players who like having fun, Greg, Jimmy Butler has to be way up there.
Kevin, did you see his media picture for the 23-24 season? He looked like he belonged in an emo band with that hairstyle. Jimmy is definitely one of those guys that likes to troll and have fun. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
3, Marshall hits the 3-point bomb.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his 3-point shot as a weapon.
And the rejection by Gafford. The drive by Thompson. Shot's good by Gafford.
Nice feed by Thompson. Most of the time, Clay either shoots or passes it. Doesn't really dribble that much.
Curry against Irving. Can they get it? And the layup by Curry. Curry's got 7 points.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, a couple of seasons ago, Steph Curry first brought out the night-night when he put a team away. Asked about his inspiration, he said, "I have no idea. I don't choreograph any of that stuff. I was just having fun. You know how kids' bedtime routines are important? It's the final signal for a job well done that day. Kevin?
Well said. He is a 1 of 1, D.A. And here are the Mavericks now after the Warriors pick up 3.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
There's 1:26 left to play in the first quarter. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
He has perfected his ability in the pick and roll. Curry going to work.
And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:12 left here in the opening quarter. Irving from long range. Again, Irving missing.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Yeah, straight up, guys. Like, he's ice cold, like freezing. What's colder than cold? But you don't have to shoot it, my guy. It's okay to pass the ball.
Now, here's Thompson. Nothing on the board. Curry looking around. The kick outside to Butler. Drills the three-pointer.
And down in the corners, Butler can be dangerous. He's pretty comfortable with that shot.
On its way from Irving for 2. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Warriors leading by 7. Butler with the ball. Picked up by Davis. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Irving way outside. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Irving's got 6.
This is what makes Kyrie so difficult to contain. He can pull up anywhere at any time.
On its way from Curry for 2. And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping.
And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. The Warriors on top. They finish off the first quarter on a 12-3 run. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far? And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the first
NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed to review the play.
Tell what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
I'm going to be honest, like, Anthony Davis could do this all night. Inside the paint, his frame just gives him too much of an advantage.
And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world.
That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 1 in the basket from Klay Thompson. Poke loose and stolen by Irving. Thompson for 3. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 5th rebound in this one. Butler finds Curry. That 3 off the mark. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Outside for Davis. Irving sets a screen for Davis. Davis downhill. And that's out of bounds. Dallas will retain possession. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 3 on the clock. Thompson dishes to Irving.
And you got to admire the tough-nosed nature of Butler, not allowing scorers to get comfortable when he's on them.
Takes it inside, and they take the lead. Marshall's got 5 points so far.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Here's Curry. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And let's not forget about his athleticism. Dominant above the rim. Davis knows how to use his size to his advantage.
Curry against Irving. Curry passes to Butler. And the Warriors miss again. Dallas leading by 3. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
Out to the right wing. And Post gets it to go. He has 6.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Dallas?
Looking to get it going. Irving. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Butler. We've got 1:48 left to play here in the second quarter. And Post gets it to go.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Thompson, a screen on Butler. Out to Thompson. Irving against Butler. Thompson, left side. Pass to Lively. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Davis. Irving against Butler. Thompson up top. From past the arc. Warriors with the rebound. Butler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Payton passes to Green. Out to Payton. Now here's Green. Pass to Post. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. There's 38 seconds left to play here in the half. Thompson misses.
And he continues to cast away, but the results just haven't been there tonight.
Outside, Green, and stolen by Irving. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Green. Davis setting the pick for Marshall.
Look, just give Curry credit. When he hustles on defense, it makes a difference.
Dallas again missing. Puts up a 3. That shot off. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. The Warriors, thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moses Moody, Podziemski out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Exum. Off with the layup. Warriors leading by 3. Pass to Pajemski. Powell against Kuminga. And he slams it down right on top of P.J. Washington.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Here's Pajemski. He's defended by Exum.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Powell kicks to Exum. Pass to Washington. Powell with the screen. He takes it in. And then Washington with the dunk.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Here's the three. Shot by Pajemski, no good. Mavericks trail by 3. Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Where there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
Here's Pajemski, defended by Christie. Back to Pajemski.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Pass to Moody. Just 5 to shoot. There's the triple. Rebounded by Gafford. For Dallas, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. They swipe it. Here's Pajemski. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Dante Exum.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
The Warriors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. It didn't take long for Pajemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
The Warriors leading. Hield finds Moody. 1:15 left in the third. Lets it go from the wing. Christie with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Washington inside. Jackson Davis defending. Now the Warriors moving it up. Kuminga with a wide open look. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Kuminga's got his second bucket tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Warriors.
They've been just suffocating on defense the whole game. Look at their shot blocking. The opposition doesn't have any room to breathe.
And another thing, guys, they dominated on fast breaks tonight, outrunning their opponent the entire game.
To the wing right side. Back to Pajemski. 5 on the clock. And he converts the layup. Pajemski's got 9 points here in the second half.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Driving in.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. the shot goes down. Podziemski's got 11 points in the quarter. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Warriors lead by 3. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime dropping ability.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter, what is still anybody's ballgame. Davis is out there with Derek Lively. Then there's Irving. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Marshall in at the small forward. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And it's Davis with the ball for Dallas. Marshall passes to Thompson. Lively is screen on Curry. Pass to Lively. Marshall deciding where to go with it. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. It's good. This game is all even.
What poise from Thompson, not allowing for any distractions from his shot.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
About a minute played here in the 4th quarter. Here's Post. Lively defending. Here's Curry with the 3. Wow! Curry automatic from deep.
And you got the feeling that was coming. Curry loves coming back with a 3 of his own.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Pass to Post. Back to Curry. A floater. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got his 4th rebound in this one. Marshall dishes to Davis. Drives to the hoop. And finished off by Davis.
Well, I tell you, that's a freight train coming down the tracks right there. You don't want to mess with an AD when he's on the move like that.
Curry against Irving. Curry kicks to Green. Out to the right wing. Curry against Irving. There's the screen. 2 on the clock. And it's blocked. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. Irving, a screen on Payton. Thompson passes to Irving. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 5th assist in this one. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
Another place they've had the upper hand tonight is in transition. They've gotten a bunch of their points off the fast break.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
And that replay showed just how forceful that block was.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
Curry against Irving. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
Well, you want to stop Steph in the 2-man game, but he's so smart. He'll get others involved.
Irving dishes to Marshall. The kick out to Irving. And a miss there on the triple. Golden State's gotten the 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Thompson with the 3.
What a big moment for Klay Thompson. With the game up for grabs, he comes up huge. Pressure
What is that?
And stolen by Kyrie Irving. Pulls up for three. Green with the rebound. Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the field so far in the fourth quarter.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
Thompson in the posts. Payton's there.
When it counts, you want to get the ball to Klay Thompson where he can do something special with it.
Outside Curry. Outside Green. Curry against Irving. Five seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Thompson outside. Shoots the three. Irving misses. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
Always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
If they've got a surefire quick bucket play, let's just say now's the time to use it.
Outside Curry. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
How about battling through the impact there and then wheeling that basketball in? Yeah, free throws put them in an excellent position to win this thing now. It's all in the hands of the D.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. And talking about the approach now, what are they looking at?
And with a couple seconds still on the clock, I try to get the ball in as close to the basket as possible. That way, if you miss a quick one, you may have time for a putback to tie it at the buzzer.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that about wraps it up. Richard Jefferson.
This game is something of a mismatch, Doris.
Yes, it is, but it's always dangerous when one team is expected to win by a large margin. Because why? Human nature. Can't skip steps. These are still professional basketball players. That underdog can be a real dog.
The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Gary Payton II. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort outside. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Dort. Butler with a steal. And here's the fast break. Rejected by Holmgren.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
The three from Curry. The Thunder with the rebound. That Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Now here's Green. They set a pick. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Draymond Green will pick his spots on the interior. He can read a defense, and he understands when to attack.
Pass to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander looking it over. Hartenstein with a screen on Butler. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
The shake Gilgeous-Alexander, so dangerous in pick and roll. He's going to keep you off balance because he can score it or facilitate.
Pass to Post. Takes a three. Knocks it down from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Boy, the length of SGA. Get off your feet, young fella.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Curry. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Hartenstein. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. No good. That would have tied it. The Warriors lead by 3. You know, after sitting out his first pro year due to a foot injury, Chet Holmgren was well worth the wait, Greg.
Yes, he was. And Chet was actually guarding LeBron during a summer Pro-Am game when he hurt his foot. But Chet was a monster his rookie year, already an elite shot blocker.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 1:43 left in the first. Williams with it. Payton covering. Holmgren against Payton, and that one's good. Holmgren.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to post. Back to Curry. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
Stephen Curry a little bit undersized, but he is so slippery once he's in the paint.
Holmgren with a screen on Butler. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Draymond Green.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the point.
And Doris, no doubt about it. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is an absolute monster on offense.
Very quietly, one of the most dangerous offensive players in the game is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got size, he's got speed, he's got handle, he can score from 3 levels. This guy is a legit force.
Uses the glass on the layup.
I wouldn't say Butler seeks contact, but he sure doesn't turn it down.
Thunder trail by 6. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
This is legit showmanship right here. I mean, I'm a huge fan of the tomahawk there.
That's more than just getting 2 points. That was sending a clear message.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. The kick out to Williams. Over to the left wing. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires for 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
The way they just continue to drive right at the defense, they've really been overwhelming them when they do this.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3, the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Oh, you love it. Fearless, aggressive, leaving no doubt whatsoever.
And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a 3-point play here. Going to the line for 1. Now well into his 30s. Is it fair to start wondering how many seasons Jimmy Butler has left, Grant?
Well, it's a fair question, B.A. But at the same time, Jimmy's hunger is just so different than everybody else's, which I could see helping prolong his career.
Here's Williams. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Payton with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The 3 from Curry. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams finds Holmgren. Easy 2 for Holmgren.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. And the foul called on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander.
You love that defensive effort right there showing up.
Dort against Butler. And it's Dort off the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, Lou Dort off the deck, that powerful frame on the drive. Don't mess with him, boy.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Pass to Payton. Outside Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. And the Warriors miss again.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Gilgeous-Alexander's shot is good. The Warriors trailing. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, Brian. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the 11th pick back in 2018, has developed to the point where he is in the MVP conversation. His coach, Mark Daigneault, said he's improved every year. He's been in the league. It's a testament to his humility. He looks in the mirror, he sees what he needs to improve on, and then he works at it. Brian?
All right, Allie, thank you. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. A nice shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points in the quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. They set the pick. Oh, it's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Down low, Dort. Rebounded by Butler.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Curry passes to Payton. And that one is stuffed right through.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage in a close game. Those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Hartenstein a screen. Dort finds Hartenstein. Just 4 to shoot. Williams from long range. Rebounded by Butler.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
Boy, I love to watch Jimmy Butler work in the post. High activity level. Hard not to foul that guy.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. Continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
So he can't get either to fall.
Uncharacteristic trip to the line for him. Just lost his feel on those shots.
Holmgren with a screen on Butler. And Gilgeous-Alexander. Here we go.
Well, just get right up and over the top of the defense. Gilgeous-Alexander, no doubt.
Curry looking it over. Pass to Butler. Curry, a screen on Williams. The kick out, Curry. And Gilgeous-Alexander with a block.
SGA, an outstanding defender, that time sends it back.
Holmgren, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. SGA from distance.
Boy, he's been unconscious this quarter. I love the confidence he's playing with.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Well, it's amazing. If you finish quarters the right way, it can have such a great impact on the outcome of a game.
It's his first trip to the line.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
2 shots.
And so Curry nails both of them.
You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Wow, Curry Curry takes the hit and finishes inside.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
What a performance for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He has been the story for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 11 points in the quarter. He's on fire. We'll be back in a moment. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him, and then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end, and boy, this young guy has done just that.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. We've got Trace Jackson-Davis, Moses Moody out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Podziemski in at the 1. Podziemski, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint, but if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Thunder with a lead. Outside, Williams. Outside, Williams. And it's Trace Jackson-Davis with a foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Caruso. Long range from the inbound. Rebounded by Hield. Now here's Podziemski. He's closely guarded. Kuminga against Williams. Man, oh man, Kuminga with the easy bounce. Throws it down. 6 lead changes in a game that has a lot of character.
Yeah, both sides stepping up and making big plays.
The kick out to Williams. Caruso outside. Pass to Williams. Outside Joe. 3 on the clock. Fades back. And another miss by Oklahoma City. And so Kuminga will bring it up for Golden State. It's a 1-point game. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. They also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Mitchell. Hield with the defensive effort. The Warriors lead by 3. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game.
Three-pointer. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Outside, Williams. Outside Joe to win the drought. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Warriors have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams. But at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena doors right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
For a guy with the shot mechanics of Buddy Hield, you'd love to see him get to the free throw line more, but it's really not his game. He is just a dead-eye three-point shooter.
1:56 left in the third quarter of the game. And Kuminga throws it down.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Thunder trail by 7. Here's Caruso. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Back to Pajemski. Soft touch off the glass. Pajemski's got 4 points this quarter.
More than just a scorer. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Outside, Williams. Sinks the tray.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Outside Pajemski. There's a screen. Out left to the wing. Pass to Moody. 4-3. Oh, Moody deadly from there.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Pajemski. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Poke loose. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City. Williams' shot is good.
Good ball pressure and fast plays like that will tighten this up quick. They must have fallen asleep defensively. How else do you explain an easy dunk right off the inbounds pass?
And so it's the Golden State Warriors closing out the quarter with a 7-point lead. Just pounding the painted area. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision in a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder.
Boy, Curry just taking over and seemingly able to get anything he wants right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his groove.
Curry, that's good.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. The rebound by Payton. The Warriors lead by 10. And stolen by Williams. Inside. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Green. Dort against Curry. And there's a pick. Offline with a 3. Here's Oklahoma City now. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Payton with it. Hartenstein covering. Payton, no good. Thunder trail by 8. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim, okay?
Curry, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
SGA using that size.
He's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
Outside Payton. And the layup is good off the glass. And the Warriors lead by 6.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the 4th.
2 minutes.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Lets it go. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander. The Warriors lead by 6. Payton passes to Green. Outside Curry. Outside for Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Curry's shot is off.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question, he altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot off that time. Green with the defensive effort. Payton passes to Butler. Curry against Williams. Right side Curry. Curry, a screen on Dort. Here's Payton. He drops it from range. And now a 9-point Warrior lead.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Green. Dort with a steal.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
Hartenstein with a screen on Butler.
No debate there. He got hammered.
Jimmy Butler. First personal foul.
Good on the first, and that brings him with an 8.
At the line for 2.
Both free throws good from Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Golden State winning this one. This was Allie. Thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and
Welcome, folks. Thanks for... tuning in to 2K Sport for the now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. P.J. Washington is out there with Anthony Davis. That's Kyrie Irving, and there's Klay Thompson, and it's Gafford in at the 5 down low. And for the Thunder, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Like we were just talking, P.J. Washington has improved his defense, hasn't he?
He really has been intentional about getting better at that end of the floor. And, you know, he always had a good foundation for potentially being an outstanding defender, but then he put the work in. You know, he does a great job with his positioning. He's got excellent positionals.
And yet the coach's challenge being used here on the goaltending call. He wants it reviewed.
And with this type of goaltending review process,
there will be 2 minutes to review the play.
called on the floor, there must be clear and conclusive visual evidence that the call was incorrect.
If via replay there is any level of ambiguity, it makes sense that the original ruling would stay. But in that event, the coach has used up his one and only coach's challenge for the game. So, as you can tell, a lot riding on when you choose to use it. And so the decision is in. NBA Replay Center has ruled, guys. The call stands on the goaltend.
And maybe the only downside is that you use up your one coach's challenge for the game. So if anything happens beyond this point, you might wish you had that back. Smart not to take any chances and give it another look on the replay. That's such a valuable safety net for the officials to have.
Hartenstein can't get it to go.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Sinks the three-pointer. Irving's got 6.
Some of the quickest hands in the NBA. Kyrie showing you that quick release there.
And it's Hartenstein in the corner. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Hartenstein. Thompson with the rebound. Mavericks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Irving for 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
The Thunder have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Well, you look at these role players the Mavs have, Clark. They've done a great job.
They really have, Kevin. I mean, the front office identified who the players were that could best play with their core stars. Needed defenders and guys that could catch and shoot the 3. They went out and loaded up the roster with those perfectly fitting role players.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
The shot by Thompson, no good. It's been a slow start here for Oklahoma City. 7-point differential.
Well, I tell you, that was double duty right there. He influenced the shot and then got back and cleaned the glass.
Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. The kick out to Irving. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Tries again. Rebound by Williams. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Irving. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Holmgren sets the screen for Dort. And the rejection by Gafford.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Now, here's Marshall. Gilgeous-Alexander cover. It's stolen by Dort. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Outside Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Davis. Here's Williams, and it's Williams finishing it off.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
Thunder trailing by 8. We've got 1:18 left to play here in the first. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one on Thompson.
Strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side, but when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Hey, you need a big night from one of your stars? I introduced you to Kyrie Irving. He is lethal and able.
Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Hartenstein with the screen on Thompson. Holmgren in the corner. Out left to the wing. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Hartenstein. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Thompson for the triple. A rebound by Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Remains Oklahoma City ball.
There's 18 seconds left in the first.
Dallas foul.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
Second team foul.
That's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great score. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
They've also displayed a real unselfishness as a team, moving the basketball well, sharing the rock, and giving everybody a chance to participate in the offense.
The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. To the middle, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he makes good on the layup. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points in the game. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved. And players acknowledge that and respect that.
Mavericks leading by 6. Marshall dishes to Davis. Davis setting the pick for Irving. A three-pointer, no good. It's stolen by Davis. Lively with it. Williams picks him up. The shot by Thompson, no good.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Dallas has gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. The kick out to Irving. Shot's good. Marshall making the play. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
I think Kyrie is really frustrating for the defense because he makes it look so easy and his shot is so natural.
Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on a season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
That's it, and the Dallas lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score offense.
Right now, I've send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. Paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin? Certainly will.
I agree. Yeah, David, he is fearless. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Got a piece of it. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Nobody near Williams. Nailed from three-point land. Williams, he's got 5 now.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this scene.
To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
And stolen by Kyrie Irving.
Great reflexes to get a hand on that pass and go the other way with it.
Good on the triple. Irving's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the man.
Well, this is a staple, a pillar of Irving's attack. You got to be up on him or he'll pull up on a dime.
Shot is good, and the Mavericks lead is cut down to 6 in the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Thompson finds Irving. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
Here in the second quarter, he's been cold from distance. I think he may need to adjust his approach.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
6'3", 215 pounds. Luke Dort is one strong guard. Hard to handle for defenders.
Both good from the line that time. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Mavericks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. Pass to Thompson. Takes a 3. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Holmgren with a screen on Irving. The Thunder with another miss. Thompson in the corner. And so that's the end of the first half. Mavericks lead by 7. A chance to... All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started. And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Williams is out there with Exum. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Marshall in at the 3, the small forward. And the call will be against Najee Marshall.
First team foul.
That's his first foul.
Substitution on the court.
Wallace outside. Mitchell against Christie. Williams a screen on Christie. Mitchell, and he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got his first basket.
I tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Exum with a wide open look. Off target from three-point range. And they're trailing by 5. Caruso with the ball. Now defended by Exum. Pass to Williams. It's Williams, high post. Lets it go from deep. Exum pulls it in. Dallas has gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Christie. Williams with the steal. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. On the wing, Williams. He's guarded by Williams.
Mavericks foul.
For Oklahoma City, they have been perfect so far from the free throw line. 6 for 6.
Second team foul.
That's good from Williams.
And they haven't let points get away from them at the line tonight. That's always something that'll allow a coaching staff to breathe a little easier.
And the Mavericks making a change here. Prosper's checked in. Christie the pass to Exum. The offensive rebound.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Gafford sets the pick for Exum. And stolen by Williams. Inside. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut to just 3 points on the basket from Williams.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Got it. Nice one there from Exum.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Christie against Mitchell. Williams a screen on Christie. Mitchell dishes to Williams. Mitchell looking it over. Fires for 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Pass to Washington. Washington with a screen on Caruso. Back to Washington. Here's Prosper. He has yet to score. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Exum. Rebound by Williams. Thunder trailing by 6. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
A bad attitude growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Mitchell passes to Williams. Back to Mitchell. Makes it off the glass. Now just a 2-point Dallas lead.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
The shot's good from Christie.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
Williams a screen on Christie. The kick out to Williams. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Washington. Screen by Gafford. Another 3 for Dallas.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And that one's good, Caruso. 34 seconds left to play in the third. Christie kicks to Exum. No good from outside.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
Here's Williams. An easy 2 points on the layup. Williams has got 6.
Good, solid execution inside. That's exactly the look you want.
Pass to Christie. From downtown, knocks down the 3 ball.
Christie, 3.
And so it's the Dallas Mavericks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead and their 3-point. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward. It's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Picked up by Thompson. Dort against Washington. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. No good on the triple. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Dort passes to Hartenstein. Count the basket. Hartenstein's got his first bucket in this one.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And stolen by Irving. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. The 3. Dallas, no good that time either. Thunder trailing by 5. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Now Irving. Pass to Washington. Dallas, no good that time either. And now a fast break for the Thunder. Holmgren up top. It's Williams, high post. Shot clock at 5. Holmgren finds Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from the wing. Dallas leading by 3. Thompson for the triple. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. Hartenstein can't get it to go. The Mavericks shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensive. Irving dishes to Davis. And shot on the way. And he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron.
Kyrie, not a bad answer. He'll give you the needed hoop when you need it most.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Davis with a screen on Williams. Washington kicks to Davis. Outside Irving. Thompson sets the pick for Irving. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 8 rebounds in this game. And the call will be against Derek Lively.
First team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. Thunder trailing by 5. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
The kick out to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from 3-point range. And it's an 8-point Maverick lead.
The corner 3 by Kyrie has a nice ring to it.
Hartenstein with the screen on Irving. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Up and in on the lane. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for the Mavs.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Dallas.
Tonight they seem committed to the three-point shot.
That was the bread and butter. Fortunately, they made enough of those, but sometimes it was quantity over quality.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kyrie Irving.
I thought his active hands were a big help. I mean, he took some chances on defense, and his gambles paid off. He got a bunch of steals.
Thompson for the triple. Another three for Dallas.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Dort finds Holmgren to end the run. Dort misses. So it's the Mavericks now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Back to Irving. Launches it. And they'll get another chance. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. And in the win. Thank you, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge.
starting group. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's P.J. Washington. And it's Thompson in at the 2-guard spot. And for the Warriors, we've got Butler. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Green. And it's Post in at the center position, locking down the middle. Well, if you like scoring, we've got you covered.
Yes, we do. Two high-powered offenses, and they're not just talented, they're relentless.
Now here's Butler. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry.
Defense had the right idea there, but maybe not enough time in the weight room. Butler right through them.
Irving with it. Payton covering. Here's Washington. Rebounded by Green. Golden State with the ball. Butler finds Payton. And that one is hammered home.
Well, because he's such a good scorer, we don't always talk about Jimmy Butler, the playmaker.
Irving fires from way outside. And the three-pointer goes.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. Driving in. Outside for Butler. Here's Post. He's guarded by Washington. Post shot no good. The Mavericks have gone 1 for 3 so far. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
And here's Butler outside. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Dallas has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. The 3 from Thompson. It's rebounded by Golden State. Pass to Post. And he jams it home with authority.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Thompson, a screen on Butler. Pulls it. Rebounded by Green. Green's got 4 rebounds now. Curry from deep three-point land. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Irving, that's good.
I know Kyrie is one of the best finishers in the league, but trust me, he enjoys the 3-ball.
The 3 from Curry. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Irving, pass to Thompson. No good on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Clay showing some signs that time of that prime-time defense he can bring.
And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
The 3 from Thompson. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. The 3 from Washington. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, we've seen Davis expand his game. You can see it there with the playmaking.
Outside Curry. Outside Butler. Pass to Green. 6 on the shot clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And Post gets it to go.
That's how you run the pick and roll. You have to respect Steph shooting the ball, and then he just slices the D up with the pass.
Up top, Thompson. This one for 3. And the Mavericks, another 3.
There's no way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on it.
The floater. Rebound, Anthony Davis. And here's Davis. He'll bring it up for Dallas. Thompson finds Irving. Now here's Gafford. Not a lot of room. Thompson, a screen on Butler. Irving for 3. The Warriors pull it in. Green's got 5 rebounds in the game. It's stolen by Irving. Uncovered. 2 points. That one goes. Irving's got 8 points.
Now that pull-up shot right there, that ain't easy. And Kyrie, he made it look easy.
The kick out, Curry. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time.
Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Mavericks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
Well, it's simple. I mean, they started off strong, and they've been hot from beyond the arc since the get-go.
They just couldn't seem to know what it was that they needed to do and how to stick them from outside. The defense pretty lost.
Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then it's Green. Then there's Butler. And it's Post in at the 5. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as you can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well. So the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
Green, a screen. Pass to Payton. Nice D from Thompson.
We're not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Irving against Butler. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Irving's got 10 points.
Well, the master from the mid-range, you just assume Irving's going to drill that shot every time.
Curry with it. Irving picks him up. Here's Post. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. Curry's got 3 assists in the game.
That's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Here's Davis. Out to Thompson. Davis with a screen on Curry. 5 on the clock. Oh, AD! An easy target on the lob.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
The 3 from Curry. Washington grabs the miss. Dallas leading by 6. Thompson scanning the floor. Play drives. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Thompson tearing through the lane and then finishes strong with the dunk. It's not worth 3, but that's a pretty 2.
Irving against Curry. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
Irving against Butler. Shoots it from the high post. Another one falls for Dallas. Well, Brent, we hear the term empty stats ever so often. What are your thoughts about that phrase?
BA, when you play such a long season, there are going to be nights where the game is not all that competitive. But we also know that throughout the course of long seasons, there are teams that are not going to be competitive. Still, those guys going out there on a nightly basis and putting up their numbers, getting those reps in, it means they're capable.
Thompson fires from way outside. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. In transition, here come the Warriors.
That was execution to perfection. Textbook transition offense.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Irving, the pass to Thompson. Now Davis. 1:19 left in the first half of this game. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
Great effort from AD, just getting himself into position and then grab the rebound.
Butler with the bucket.
And you like the balance here. Not just falling in love with the three ball.
Irving screen on Curry. And here's Thompson for 3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
And Davis with the block. 40 seconds left in the first half. And he lobs it up top.
With all eyes on Steph when he has the ball, his teammates find openings, and he finds them.
Dallas leading by 4. Irving, the pass to Davis. Back to Irving. Here's Washington. The 3. And good. Coming on the assist by Irving. Washington's got 6 points. And Curry's got the ball here for Golden State. Pass to post. The 3 ball. He buries it from 3. He's got 9.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break, ready for the third quarter. After a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half. They've got Derek Lively. Najee Marshall is out there with Dwight Powell. Then there's Dante Exum. And it's Christie in at the point. And Brett, you've always seen the flashes. But now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on. But the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development. And now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Jackson Davis' screen for the tie. Another 3 for Golden State.
They've really picked up the energy level and have willed themselves back into this game.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
Exum outside. Oh, powered down with both hands.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
Surprising in a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, Coach Steve Kerr said of Jonathan Kuminga, we were trying really for a long time to get him to attack, get the ball in the paint and dunk it because he's unstoppable there. You just don't know when something's going to click, but it has clicked, and it's beautiful to see.
He has certainly found his lane, Allie. Thank you. Outside Pajemski. There's a screen. Back to Moody. Clock at 6. Lets it go from 11. That shot missing. The Mavericks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this third quarter. Here's Christie, covered by Jackson Davis. Lively passes to Exum. Knocked loose. Outside heel to the middle. Here's Jackson Davis, and he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
And the foul called on Buddy Hield.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Christie passes to Exum. The 3 is up. Kept alive. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Outside Pajemski. Here he goes. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Did you see that? Look at the elevation on that dunk, B.A.
Man, he just cocked it back and fired it down with one hand. Lively passes to Exum. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Lively. And the layup falls.
Lively.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Third quarter action, and just under 3.5 minutes have passed. Here's Pajemski. Christie with a rebound. The Mavericks trailing. Here's Marshall. Pass to Lively. And he banks in the layup. Lively's got his second basket of the game.
They're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Now here's Pajemski. He's guarded closely. Moody misses. For Dallas, they've gone 5 for 9 from the floor in the third quarter. Christie passes to Exum. Here's Christie. Moody defends. Tries the spin move. Back to Exum. Let's go with a 3. It doesn't go for him. Golden State has gone 3 of 4 from outside in the second half. Hield passes to Moody. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Dwight Powell. That's his first foul. Williams is checked in for Exum.
Checking in for the Mavericks, number 10, Brandon Williams.
Outside Pajemski. Back to Jackson Davis. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Christie passes to Marshall. Nails it from beyond the arc. Marshall's got 5. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Outside Moody. Misses the jumper.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. Dallas on top. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Here's Irving. We've got Green. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Mavericks.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
Their attacking of the offensive glass has also been a success story. All game long, they've been committed to finding those second chance opportunities.
And it's Washington missing. Warriors trail by 5. Payton finds Green. Blocked Arches it. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Washington passes to Thompson. Davis a screen. Puts up a deep 3. Again the miss by the Mavericks. Golden State has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Curry passes to Green. On the wing, Curry. He's guarded by Irving. 6 to shoot. From the arc. Curry's shot is off.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Irving, the pass to Davis. And here is Irving. Butler covering. There's the triple. And Irving, the bucket on the assist by Gafford. And the Mavericks lead by 8.
And this is how explosive Irving can be. Such a clever and versatile scorer.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout, rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
During that break, Coach Steve Kerr had some advice for the team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart, show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Thompson with it, now guarded by Curry. Thompson passes to Irving. Thompson outside. Irving with it. Here's Davis. The 3. The rebound by Payton. Tipped away. And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Outside Curry. To stop the drought.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man defensively. You can use that speed to your advantage on that end, too.
The 3 from Curry. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Thompson outside. Back to Irving. Butler with a steal. Green with a screen on Gafford. Back to Payton. Outside Curry. Shot clock at 6. Curry from inside.
Curry, not one of those guards who shrinks when he gets inside.
Butler against Irving. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Irving's got 20 points.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside for Green. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. You can't give up looks like that all game long.
Irving against Green. The 3 is up. And Kyrie Irving with the 3. And now an 11-point Maverick lead.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
And Dallas making a change here. Powell's checked in. Here's Curry. It's rebounded by Dallas. Irving with it. Payton covering. Oh, Thompson from deep three-point land. Jimmy Butler with a rebound.
Not himself from range right now, but the only way out of this funk is to keep trying.
Knocks down the triple.
It doesn't matter. I mean, once Steph Curry crosses half court, you're in trouble.
Thompson passes to Davis. Outside Irving. Davis with a screen on Butler. Irving for 3. That one falls. Coming off Davis' feed. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Thompson fires from way outside. The rebound by Post. It's stolen by Washington. Irving up top. He's covered by Curry. Davis against Green. No good on the three.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
And so it's Dallas winning this one. Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's exactly what you got to do. You have to.
On 2. So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward. And for Golden State, Stephen Curry's out there with Gary Payton II. Then there's Jimmy Butler. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Post in at the 5 spot. And on paper, Greg, this might seem like a potential blowout. But anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
Now Holmgren after Jimmy Butler missed from long range. Williams sends a screen for Holmgren. And he drives in. Yes, that goes in.
They're making room for the big guy. I like Holmgren calling for help so he can find his shot.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Holmgren can't hit. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. Richard, when it comes to Draymond Green, we know about his defense. But what does he give you offensively?
I think it starts with his passing. Not many big men can do what he does the way he does it. And especially effective when he's hitting the 3 ball, stretching the floor, allowing for more space for his shooters.
Curry outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren with a screen on Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's shot is off. The Thunder have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Holmgren with a screen on Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. And that one goes out of bounds. As touched by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Curry. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Great work inside by Curry there. So clever and composed in the paint.
Curry's gone 2 of 4 from the field. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. We'll take it.
It's good.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Holmgren. Yep, that one goes. Holmgren's got his second basket of the game.
And looking to get stronger, Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Payton with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shot left block. Pass to Post. Now Butler. Into the lane. Here's Post. Clock is at 3. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Butler against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. The shot is good, and so is his shooting tonight. 3 for 4.
And once Holmgren gets the ball in there, he can finish in so many ways.
Count that one. Curry's got 8.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Tries the spin move. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren. Williams sets a screen for Holmgren. And there's the call on Chet Holmgren. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
The Warriors lead it. 32 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Curry. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. And the turnover again by Oklahoma City.
Warriors basketball.
Warriors leading by 3. Payton with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. No good from 11 feet. It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Warriors. He got into double digits for the quarter with... And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And the Warriors, guys, what jumps out to you in this game stats-wise?
I mean, offensively, I thought they did a good job of protecting the ball. And defensively, boy, were they disruptive.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. They've been sharp so far, and it's showing up on the scoreboard.
On the floor for Oklahoma City, getting going here in the second quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Shakes him. Curry always finds a way. This time inside.
This is what Curry does best. He is so creative at getting into rhythm and staying hot.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Count that bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Outside Curry. From outside the arc, Curry buries the 3 shot.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Here's Dort, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. To the paint, here's Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Curry's got the lead up to 6 now for the Warriors. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Dort. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Over Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Warriors leading by 6. Butler feeling it out a bit. Nice defense from Dort. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Gregson's reaching 5 consecutive NBA finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. We can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Curry setting the pick for Payton. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Dort. We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
Butler against Gilgeous-Alexander. Score the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
And the basket by Curry.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Using his strength and athleticism, plays like this from Butler just motivates his team.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut down now to just 8 on the basket from Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander against Curry. Green with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Curry's shot is off.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
To the inside, Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And given that Holmgren is 7 feet tall, he's a threat to throw it down at any time.
Curry on the move. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Curry's got 11 points in the quarter.
This man has entered the zone. Great shooting performance from him all game long.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Jimmy Butler comes up with the rebound. Now here's Curry. It could go. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. Their shooting has been the big key. Their percentage from the field so far has been terrific. It's time now to go court. Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the 3rd quarter. See you in just a bit.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring out the shot.
And we've got 3rd quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Jonathan Kuminga out there with Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson-Davis. Then it's Hield. And it's Podziemski in at the point guard position. Thunder trailing by 8. Richard with Buddy Hield. We're talking about one of the best shooters in the NBA.
No question, he is a marksman. He's going to have to be a mercenary, though. He is the type of an outside threat that every team needs. I don't care what the offensive system is, Buddy Hield will find a way to score.
Chalk up 2 there, and the Warriors lead by 8.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GM.
And they need more where that came from. They're not out of this hole yet.
Here is Podziemski. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. Podziemski's got 5.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Shot's good by Williams.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Hield with a screen on Caruso. They kick out to Hield. Podziemski's shot is good. 7 points in the game.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
That one goes. Count it.
Oh, just a beautiful textbook bounce pass. You love to see it.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Kuminga, screen on Caruso. Healed outside. A three-pointer off the mark.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
It's Williams with the drive. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson Davis.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
And the ball out of play. The Warriors will inbound.
Warriors basketball.
Here's Moody. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Thunder trailing by 7. Pass to Williams. In the corner, Wallace with it. Outside Williams. 6 to shoot. Mitchell outside. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Warriors have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Guys like Buddy Hield, knockdown shooters, they are in high demand around the league.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Pajemski, defended by Caruso. Powered down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Caruso kicks to Williams. Back to Caruso. Outside Williams for 3. The Thunder with another miss.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Williams finds Wallace. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. With the shot. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Warriors leading by 10. Healed the pass to Moody. Launches a 3. Good on the three-point shot. Moody's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Caruso looking for an opening. And there's the foul. It'll go on Trace Jackson Davis.
Second personal foul.
That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul.
Now here's Caruso. He's defended by Pajemski. Goes back up. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamentals.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Pass to Moody. There's 48 seconds left in the third quarter. With the drive and the slam by Moody.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, G8, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Here's Pajemski. Caruso grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 11. Fires the 3. And Moody pulls it down. Healed outside. A 3-ball. Unable to get that one. That shot, no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's... And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Golden State Warriors. And Oklahoma City, looking who they've got to start the fourth quarter. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the small forward position. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Thunder. Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup falls. Curry's got 23.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Thunder trailing by 11. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
And able to get himself to the line. SGA so crafty inside there to get the contact.
Gilgeous-Alexander hits them both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Williams against Butler. Down low. Here's Curry. He gets it in there. 25 points in the game.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Outside Curry. Just 5 on the clock. Good on the bucket. Curry's got 27 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
Dort kicks to Holmgren. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down hard and nasty.
Oh, now that hurts the defense there. Stylish move by SGA.
Curry against Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Curry. D right on him.
Clever move by Curry, using the play to make room for a different shooter.
The quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Butler. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander against Butler. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. From deep, Green. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game. Now, here's Dort. He's tightly guarded. Holmgren kicks to Dort. Pocket 6. Takes it from 10. Misses off the right iron. Warriors leading by 11.
And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for the Warriors.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Stephen Curry.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Williams.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Well, certainly, if they just play smart, this game's over.
Here's Post. Bangs home the trifecta.
They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
You have to love their effort. This game wasn't handed to them. They took it.
That is the perfect technique to rebound. I mean, he shields his man, kept him behind, and then he's off to the races.
Payton against Gilgeous-Alexander. see the Warriors taking the game here. Some good moments throughout this one. Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Along with Greg Anthony.